Imagine for a second that you're in a high-speed demolition derby, right? But you ain't in a car. You are driving a rusty, just a totally busted riding lawnmower.
Right, which is, statistically speaking, a terrible vehicle for a derby, obviously.
Well, yeah, but here is the real kicker, man. If you somehow upgrade your engine and actually start whipping everybody, the judges just immediately disqualify you because you're being a tryhard. Welcome to a deep dive into the Rock Bottom Football League, or the RBFL.
Yes, exactly. To be precise, it is an NCAA 27 online dynasty, and they have been running this connected multiplayer league since the NCAA 25 video game, which gives us quite the robust data set to look at.
It is a whole lot of misery is what it is.
Yeah.
You are forced to take over the absolute worst college football teams on God's green earth, like unwatchable garbage. And today, we are breaking down the Week U and Week 1 results for you, purely from the perspective of the poor, suffering, die-hard fans. Go Dogs, by the way.
Please try to focus. The RBFL is a fascinating psychological metagame because the actual opponent isn't just the team across the field, it is the community's perception of your team, you see.
Yeah, because they hate winners. The culture actively rejects what they call sweaty tryhards. Like, look at former back-to-back champ Darren Brown, just kicked right out for being too good.
Indeed. The league demands progress but vehemently punishes sudden dominance. Just look at the reigning champ Craig over at Northern Illinois. He is constantly facing cynical accusations that he is secretly tweaking the game's injury slider.
Oh, he is absolutely juicing the sliders, man. He's altering the background settings so his little guys don't get hurt, bypassing all that roster attrition the rest of us suffer through. It's a cowardly move.
Well, there is no empirical proof of that slider manipulation, but it highlights the baseline paranoia of the league.
But wait, let me ask you this, Mr. Analytics. If dominating gets you kicked out, why even try? Like, you got former champs like Jano Quarter J over at Arkansas State, or Grinnell's stuck down at UTEP. How do they balance trying to rebuild without looking suspiciously competent? Why not just tank?
Because if you outright tank, you violate the core spirit of the rebuild, which carries its own social penalties. It is a very delicate tightrope walk of intentional incompetence mixed with subtle strategy. You have to win ugly to avoid putting a target on your back.
Yeah, you got to look like you were in absolute agony out there. And speaking of agony, let's talk Week 0 and Week 1. Sam, down at Jacksonville State, took the biggest coward's route I have ever seen in my life.
Yes. The notorious FCS Southeast game.
Literally a fake team. He scheduled a generic, untalented placeholder team and padded his stats for a 49-yard blowout. Like, I need a beer just thinking about that soft scheduling. It makes me sick.
It is mathematically safe but socially disastrous in this specific culture. It earns zero respect from his peers. Now, if you contrast that with Blue Expedition at Miami of Ohio, he did not hide at all.
Oh, man, he took a real swing, scheduled a tough Pitt team right out the gate, and just got his teeth kicked in, 35-24.
Exactly. It demonstrates the grueling reality of trying to climb the ladder when your roster is drastically overmatched by superior talent and sheer speed.
So if playing an FCS cupcake makes you a coward and playing Pitt is just straight up suicidal, what is the middle ground, man? I think former champ Blowdog at Air Force found it.
Oh, Blowdog is the quintessential example of the RBFL experience right now. It is a fascinating mechanical strategy he's deploying.
He is running that vintage grinding triple option offense. He knows his team ain't got the raw talent for a shootout, so he keeps the ball strictly on the ground, chewing up the clock like a dog on a cheap bone.
Precisely. Mechanically, this shortens the game and drastically limits the total number of possessions. It completely hides his massive talent deficit by just bleeding the clock dry.
Right. He actually played 2 whole games before anybody else even woke up. Squeaked out a 19-14 win over Cincinnati, and then lost 35-27 to Oklahoma State. I mean, it is exhausting to even watch.
It is exhausting just looking at the box score. You grind out 3 yards at a time and pray your defense holds up under the pressure.
But it's brilliant, man. It keeps the scores close. It looks like a genuine struggle, so nobody accuses him of being a tryhard.
Exactly. And if you look at the preliminary power rankings, you see this dynamic playing out perfectly. Jacksonville State is technically sitting at the top thanks to that cowardly FCS blowout alongside Sacramento State.
Yeah, but Sac State got a gritty 21-16 win over Eastern Michigan. That carries way more weight with the boys. Meanwhile, Miami of Ohio and UTEP have just plummeted straight to the bottom of the barrel where they belong.
Which leads to a much deeper psychological question for you, the listener, to ponder. In a world designed entirely around forced humility and agonizing rebuilds, does starting at the absolute rock bottom actually make the ultimate victory sweeter?
Or Does the constant agonizing struggle year after year just completely break a coach's spirit before they ever reach the top? I mean, I need another drink just thinking about it.
A very logical query. The human mind can only take so much simulated failure before the motivation parameters completely break down.
Boy, ain't that the truth. When you're driving that rusty lawnmower, you got to wonder what the engine's going to explode before you even cross the finish line. Catch y'all next time.